Not a flashy performance from the team, but rather a straightforward and accurate performance that got the job done. It was 5-0 to the Arsenal against Leeds United at the Emirates. Second game of the season, two wins in a row, and guys, zero goals conceded. Hopefully, David Raya can get his hand on the Golden Gloves at the end of the season. Guys, this is my player rating, the individual quality of players and how they contributed to this game. To start with the goalkeeper, which is David Raya, always reliable, really didn't have much to do in this game apart from the save from the cross and the header towards goal, where he actually did a great job by saving that one and knocking it over the bar. So for David Raya, whenever he was called into action in this game, be it from the Arsenal defenders, due to the press of Leeds, he always stands up and did accurate passes. So I'll be giving him a 10 on this one. So it's a 10 on 10 performance from David Raya. He did everything right throughout the game. And for the save, it was really, really outstanding. At right back, which was Dorian Timber, guys, he was phenomenal in the game, making 3 goals contribution, 2 goals and an assist to Bukayo Saka. Guys, that performance really gave him the Man of the Match award. And it was not just an unseen performance, guys. He put in massive effort going forward in that right flank. I am giving him a 9 on 10 in this particular game. His contribution was just so immense in the game. At left back, Calafiori. Yes, he did his job diligently, cutting into midfield and providing extra support to the midfielders. And sometimes really did the overlapping run. Guys, Calafiori was exceptional in this game, and I will give him an 8 in the game. Now on to Saliba. Really didn't have much to do in the game apart from the first half where Leeds had 1 or 2 threats. But then the second half was fully controlled by the Arsenal players. And more at defense, it was more of passing the ball to draw out Leeds so they can easily progress the ball. So I'll give Saliba an 8 as well. As for Gabriel, his center back pairing, I'll also give him an 8. A quiet performance, nothing much to do in the game rather than knocking the ball around and trying to draw out the Leeds players. So it's an 8 for Gabriel as well. As for Martin Zubimendi, this is an unsung hero in that midfield. Guys, what he does, it's pretty basic, but yet affects the game more. He really doesn't like that contact from opposition players. So whenever he gets the ball, he makes sure he progresses the ball as fast and quick as possible. I'll give him a 7 in this particular game. Declan Rice, well, he was effective making 1 or 2 runs into the box, but he really didn't take his shot. There was this particular run where he did going into the box, expecting him to shoot, then he had to pass the ball. But then overall, he did great protecting the defense and also going forward. So he will get a 7 as well. The next, Martin Odegaard in that midfield. Guys, before the injury, I won't lie, I wasn't impressed with Odegaard's performance. Holding on too long to the ball, and also didn't pass the ball at the right time. His passes were slow, trying to look for that killer pass, but then he was too slow in doing so. I will give him a 6 in this particular game because he did pretty basic and really didn't affect the game in the time that he was on the pitch. At right wing, which is Bukayo Saka, I will give Saka a 7 in this game. Was not really effective on his one-on-one duels, but then the goal really lifted his spirit up. You could see the way he celebrated. Unfortunately, he came off with an injury, but then in his time on the pitch, in as much as his one-on-one duels were not really that great today overall, he affected the game by drawing some of those defenders to him while allowing spaces for other Arsenal players. So it's a 7 for Bukayo Saka. Left wing, which was a surprising one that Martinelli didn't start, and rather Noni Madueke started over Martinelli. In this one, I am happy with what I saw from him playing from the left wing, and then after Saka's injury, he went on to the right wing. Looking at that game, he is more comfortable on the right rather than the left. But then I am happy with his overall performance because he is happy to take on players. He is happy to actually receive the ball and try as much as possible to create something for his teammates. So that is a very good sign for having a player that really wants to do more for the team. But his overall performance was great as well. So I'll give him a 7 in the game. And for our boy Victor Gyökeres, 2 goals in the game. Really didn't do much in the game, but had to. We saw another side of him coming, dropping off to actually to do the link-up play. He was not really great at it, but then he did the basics in the game, trying to lay off 1 or 2 passes with his teammates to try to find him in behind. So as for Victor Gyökeres, I'll give him an 8 in this game. Three shots on target actually, and he got 2 goals out of it. So he is that person that if you give him chances, he will definitely score goals for you. So we saw that against Leeds in this game, and hopefully he can continue to get more chances to score more goals for us. So generally, he actually did great in the game, getting 2 goals for himself as well. So it is an 8 for Victor Gyökeres in the game. And as for the substitutes, we had Wanyeri coming in for Odegaard, and I'll give Wanyeri a 7. When Wanyeri actually came in for Odegaard, you could see that that midfield became effective. They started moving the ball quicker because remember Odegaard was holding that ball for too long trying to look for that killer pass, but then he couldn't get it right at all. But Wanyeri, after coming on, you could see that the ball in the midfield was actually moving very well and the progression was great. So he really affected the game, changing the style in that midfield, helping the ball to progress more quicker. So I'll give him a 7 in this game. Max Dorman, who actually came in, I'll give him a 6. He affected the game very, very well. He caused the third goal by getting that penalty for us. And guys, he is an exceptional player. Yes, still very, very young, and sometimes he was bullied throughout the game because he really doesn't have that stability and stamina. You know, Premier League is all about strength as well. So he didn't really have that strength, but then his take-ons was really great. We could see how he can actually do things on his own and try as much as possible to carry the team. So he'll get a 6 for me. Miles Lewis Kelly, I'll give him a 7. Came on for Calafiori. Guys, as usual, Lewis Kelly always does the job he's expected to do. He did it great. It was not just a flat performance because coming into that midfield, you could see a different type of Lewis Kelly that actually came, took the ball and tried as much as possible to create space in that midfield. So you get a 7 for me. Leandro Trossard, he came on, really didn't affect the game, but he was good overall. So I'll give him a 6 for that performance. And finally, Mosquera. Mosquera came on, guys. He came on for Timber. That, like I said, our defense was not under so much pressure. So he really didn't have much to do, but rather just contribute with the 1-2 passes in order to throw out the Leeds players. So I'll give him a 6 as well. Finally, M8, Mikel Arteta, our coach. This is the first time in a while I'm seeing Mikel Arteta actually doing substitutions very, very earlier on in the second half. And guys, this goes to show that he is finally trusting these players. Because I have actually known Mikel Arteta to be that coach where once he gets his first 11 or first 13 players, he really wants to stick with it. But with a lot of squad depth that we have now, it shows that he is really trusting these players and trying to give everybody a chance. He brought on Doman at the 64 minutes together with Lewis Kelly and Mosquera as well. So you can see that he is beginning to make early changes to give some players a rest, especially when we are comfortable in the game. So I'll give him a 10 on 10 in this particular one. The lineup was great as well as the substitution. So guys, those are my player ratings for our game Arsenal 5 versus Leeds. But then in the comment section, you can let me know on what you think about these ratings and also give me your ratings on these players that actually took part in this game.